Hey guys, Kieran here. Today I want to talk to you guys about injuries. We all need to challenge ourselves and push ourselves to see results while working out. But we also put ourselves at risk of injury. So today I have 5 tips for you guys to make sure you stay injury free while working out. Tip number 1, learn the proper technique. If you're a beginner, search out a professional to make sure that you get taught the proper way to do all the exercises. If you ever feel unsafe or unsure of any exercise at any time, stop what you're doing, find a professional, find out how to do it properly before you go back to do it on your own. Tip number 2, stay focused. A lot of times we just lose focus while working out, especially when getting fatigued, or sometimes we just kind of stop paying attention. This can happen during long exercises or during high rep motions. Make sure before you start any exercise, you're focused on what you're doing. Tip number 3, you're not in control. You need to be in control of both the eccentric and concentric aspect of each lift and each motion. When you're not in control of your body, you're at a high risk for injury. So you always want to be in control. Tip number 4, you're just going through the motions. This happens to a lot of intermediate lifters. They've kind of known the motions for a while, so they kind of stop focusing on the muscle groups they're working, and they just start going through the motions of each exercise. This can happen when you're doing a timed exercise, you start moving too quickly, or when you drop down in weights, you're using something a little bit lighter than you're used to, and you think it's going to be easy, so you kind of lose your technique and lose your form. Just remember, it doesn't take a lot when your back or your neck are out of alignment to hurt yourself. Okay? You want to focus on keeping a strong base, focus on the muscles you're working, and focus on all the cue points for that exercise. That's going to make sure you're not just going through the motions while you're working out. Tip number 5, and probably the most important, is leave your ego at the door. Major injuries happen when people start to lift weights that are too heavy for themselves. Yes, we want to push ourselves. Yes, we want to see how far we can go. But we never, ever sacrifice technique for weights. If you ever feel yourself sacrificing technique, drop down weights and make sure you're doing it properly. Use these 5 tips and you should be able to work out safely and injury-free.